Hello, Scorpio. Welcome to your May collective reading. I want to welcome you back to Soul Intuition. It's been a little while since we've last done readings here, but I'm getting back into it. I've got your oracle cards ready to go for you, Scorpio, but please do keep in mind that since this is a general reading, not all messages may resonate. Please take what does and leave what doesn't here because it could be a message for someone else. So, Scorpio, right away, I'm getting into this energy and it feels a little bit like I'm hearing trials and tribulations at this time. First thing I was drawn into in your card, the death card, was the flag. And some of you could be putting up boundaries. Some of you could be completing cycles when it comes to putting up boundaries. And it feels like this is leading you to, with this beautiful mandala flower here, it feels like it's bringing you into a newfound state of ease, these boundaries. I'm hearing that whatever you're going through, it's not fully sorted out quite yet, but you are beginning to, I'm hearing set yourself up, perhaps it's with these boundaries, Scorpio, you're starting to find some sense of homeostasis and ease, okay? The next thing that I was drawn into is that you're leaving a former version of yourself behind, Scorpio. There's something, I'm hearing people pleasing. Some of you could have fallen into people pleasing tendencies at some point. And it feels to me like I'm hearing recent months, you've been shedding these layers of people pleasing. I'm also hearing like appeasing behaviors, which kind of go hand in hand. But it's leading you to something. I can't quite get my finger on what the words are. What's this message here for Scorpio? And perhaps the Scorpio is because you don't even quite know where you're going with this yet. You're still in the process of this transformation, which is what the death card embodies. And you're still kind of along for the ride of seeing where these new changes and leaving behind these parts of you or things in your life that don't work for you anymore and seeing where you land with it. It does feel like it's been a little bit up and down, feels a little bit like roller coaster vibes. You don't know quite what way you're going, but you are getting there slowly but surely. Okay, so let's see where your oracle cards are. We have trust at as the first card out. Reflection, and both with this lavender theme, which is kind of interesting. So you could be spending a lot more time kind of doing tender self-care things, working on your crown chakra, connecting to, I'm hearing your ancestors or angels, your spirit guides, the divine. You could be spending some more time in this ethereal energy. And we have go to see and soulmates as the oracle cards. Number 41 for the Soulmates Oracle card. I was told to look at number 7 for this one, go to see. Some of you could be going through some emotional challenges or emotional depth with a soulmate. Some of you could have left behind a soulmate or been left behind by a soulmate, and you could be reflecting on this process that's happened. You could be feeling a little bit with this go to see energy, a little bit like isolated in your feelings. You could feel like a little bit alone. I mean, this energy is kind of, it feels a little bit, I feel a little bit tongue-tied for your reading, to be honest. So I do feel, Scorpio, that you're going through something where you don't quite know who to trust. You don't even know fully if you can trust yourself. And so you're spending a lot of time reflecting on patterns, habits, programming, and your current circumstances, and seeing where you can adjust so you don't have this present feeling. I do feel again like you're beginning to tap into a bit more solace. Those of you that are meditating and doing other self-care practices, that's leading you in the right direction. Some of you that are a little less spiritual in like your practices, some of you could be exercising, like going on meditative walks or runs or things like that. Something that helps you to really tap into your vessel, and that's helping you to find, again, that feeling of homeostasis. I do feel for you, Scorpio, that you have a lot of emotions that are just kind of like, it does feel calm at the moment, but there's a lot there. And it does feel a little bit like you're waiting for the right time, the right person. Perhaps it's this soulmate energy. And soulmates can be friends, they can be lovers, they can be family members. So you never know where you're gonna find your soulmates. But there is this energy of you kind of processing your feelings and trying to trust the process of what is happening in your life and waiting for some energy to come towards you so that you can let the feelings flow. Okay. All right, Scorpio, let's get into your tarot message. I'm using this deck that I haven't used in quite some time, so I'm excited about it. This was one of my original tarot decks. Okay, so what is going on for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Rising? Great archangels, thank you for these divine messages for their best and highest good. Intentions of love, light, and clarity for Scorpio. Three more, got it. Scorpio. Some of you just need to like take a deep breath, and it feels like surrender energy, Scorpio. Okay, so let's see what's going on. Six of Swords and the Two of Wands. Devil card here. So some of you could be dealing with a Capricorn, only take it if it resonates, but you are trying to leave behind something that was challenging and you're looking towards your future. So there is this forward momentum with you, Scorpio, but it does feel very slow, a little bit like you're inching along, okay? And it could be with this Two of Wands, you don't quite know where to go yet. You're definitely wary of repeating those patterns that we spoke about earlier in the reading. And you don't, it feels like you're hyper aware of everything going on inside of you at this time. All right, Celtic Cross I'm hearing. So what's going on for Scorpio? What's at the center of their reading? Okay, so we've got the Six of Cups. Definitely another emphasis on soulmate energy. This could be someone that you've known for a very long time in this lifetime. It can also be someone that you've known from a past lifetime. The Page of Wands here at the bottom of the deck. I'm sorry, Knight of Wands and the King of Pentacles and the Fool. Let's see what's crossing this. Thank you. We have the Lovers. So tons of emphasis on Scorpio. For this collective group, you were absolutely dealing with someone else. There's been 3 emphasis cards on a strong bond that you share with someone. And it looks as though someone walked away from this connection. It wasn't because there wasn't love there or intimacy there. It was something else. There is an energy of perhaps some inspired action in the present moment, but there is still this stagnation or this distance because someone walked away. And again, I'm being drawn into the water of this card. Scorpio is a deep feeler. You know, you're a water sign, so it does feel like there's a lot of emotions bubbling under the surface of whatever you're going through. Okay, so we've got the Six of Cups and the Lovers crossing it. Definitely dealing with a strong soulmate connection, a strong bond, very likely past life connection for you, Scorpio. All right, so what's in the above position? What is on Scorpio's mind? What are they dealing with? We've got the Tower and the Three of Pentacles. There's definitely been a shakeup of your foundation, period, on your own and with this person. Something crumbled, and it does feel like you're trying to pick up the pieces. What is this Tower here? This Knight of Wands. So you could be dealing with a fire sign, Leo, Aries, or Sagittarius. It feels like someone suddenly departed, Scorpio, and it really shook up I'm hearing your ability to think clearly. That could be why you're having such a difficult time trusting yourself and spending so much time reflecting at the present time, is because it seems to me that your foundation was really shaken. What you thought was very stable, there were holes in that foundation, and that's why the universe came in. Anytime the Tower shows up, it's the universe or the divine bringing something down that was built on a faulty foundation. So even though you believed it was stable, the universe came in to shake that up. There is some energy of you trying to rebuild something here, though. You're very interested in equal collaboration at this point. Again, going back to these people-pleasing tendencies or appeasement behaviors. It seems to me, Scorpio, that you or this other energy, perhaps things weren't equal, and that's why the foundation wasn't stable. Equal energetically, as far as like putting in the same amount of time, putting in the same amount of love, energy, commitment. Apply it to your situation as it fits, Scorpio, since this is general. But it does feel like your focus or intention at this time is in what relationships are giving to me in the way that I want to give to them. And this could be difficult for you to communicate because my throat chakra is cracking. We also have the Moon and the Empress here. So some of you, Scorpio, especially if you're a divine feminine Scorpio watching this, you could have been kind of hiding your divinity, if you will. You could have been hiding your potential for expansion and growth and opportunities because of whatever it is that I was picking up on in the beginning of the reading. Okay. All right. What is in the below position or the subconscious for Scorpio? We've got the Empress coming out. I'm sorry, I keep saying the Empress. This is the Queen of Wands. So again, emphasis on fire sign energy, and we have the Star at the bottom of the deck. So you could be dealing with an Aquarius, and the Three of Swords, Ace of Wands. So in the subconscious position, it feels to me, Scorpio, because of whatever happened with this soulmate, it appears to me that you're trying to refocus that energy towards yourself and seeing where it is that you can become illuminated, where you can grow. There is an energy with this Queen of Wands of passion. And this feels twofold, because I do feel like that for the Scorpios that I'm connecting to, you're trying to figure out what it is that you're passionate about for yourself. And there's also the feeling that the passion that you feel for this soulmate is still alive and it's still existing within the subconscious. Because at the bottom of the deck, we have the Star and the Three of Swords, which is an energy of that there's hope in healing this pain between you and this other person. I feel like I need to speak this in both ways. There's not only hope of healing things with this other person, but there's also hope for you, Scorpio, that you will heal the pain that you've felt and you've experienced. I do get a very slow-paced energy from Scorpio right now. What's in the recent past for Scorpio? We have the Justice card and the Chariot. You could have had some conversation, Scorpio, about how to make things right, how perhaps, you know, after this tower moment happened, there could have been a conversation about where do we go from here? Where do I go from here? You could be having this conversation with yourself. It does feel to me like there's such duality for you at this time, Scorpio, where you're not only thinking about yourself and how you move forward from what you've just experienced, but you're also thinking, how can I heal with my soulmate? So there's both of these things going on in your 3D experience. And then there's also the higher level experience of the divine where your guides are looking out for you. So it does feel like there is this call that because of whatever happened in your recent past, that perhaps it was as a result of this breakdown, there is some element of karma that is being settled between you and this soulmate. And now karma isn't bad, it's just lessons that you and another energy agreed to learn in this lifetime together. So it is putting you on a path of forward movement, and it is leading you towards success for yourself. It doesn't mean it felt nice though. Okay, what's in the upcoming near future for Scorpio? I'm hearing one more. So we have the Two of Pentacles in the upcoming near future for Scorpio, and the Four of Wands. Okay, and the Three of Cups. So for those of you that are really wanting to reconnect with this soulmate, which I do feel a large group of you do, there is an opportunity to find balance, equilibrium with this other person. The Four of Wands is about stability, structure. It's about partnerships and coming together. It's about homes as well. And Two of Pentacles is about finding balance and stability. Three of Cups, it's about celebration, having fun. It's about friendship. So some of you, you know, your soulmate could be a friend, a very close friend, or you could just have a very strong friendship with this soulmate. And it does feel like in the upcoming near future, there is an opportunity to have some sort of a conversation about what happened between the two of you. And with the Emperor here, yeah, there's emphasis on. It does look like there's an opportunity to talk things out and perhaps come back into union with this person, however that looks for you. But it does feel like at the very least, Scorpio, even if it's not union, there is some sense of satisfaction with this Four of Wands in the upcoming near future. Can you tell me anything else about that Four of Wands for Scorpio? Queen of Pentacles almost came out. The Six of Wands, sorry. The Six of Wands came out on the Queen of Wands, and the Queen of Swords came out as well, the High Priestess. So you're definitely working on developing your intuition and trusting your intuition. I feel like there's a huge emphasis on trusting yourself. The Ace of Swords is behind that. So trust the guidance that you're receiving through meditation, through whatever work that you do, signs that you receive. I just heard a noise in my kitchen, so perhaps some of you are hearing like tapping noises, seeing lights flicker. Trust yourself when it comes to those things, and know that that's your, I'm hearing your ancestors and your guides around you providing you that feedback to let you know that you're on track or you're right. It does, okay, so back to what I was saying. There's Six of Wands on the Four of Wands, and that's that victory. It landed on the Queen of Wands, though. So the message here for you, Scorpio, is the more that you focus on what it is that you're passionate about, what it is that makes you feel alive and free, the more it's going to push you towards reunion with that Four of Wands, whoever the soulmate is for you. There is success there. It does feel with this Queen of Swords that it could, it doesn't feel fast. It does feel like something that you need to be diligently kind of working towards your own personal success in order to achieve group success. Sorry, don't mind my dog drinking water there. It doesn't feel like this happens overnight, but just keep at it, it feels like. Okay, so what is the challenge for Scorpio? 5 of Wands, conflict. 4 of Pentacles. Some of you could still be holding on to whatever the conflict was between you and this soulmate. It could still be really difficult for you to process. Some of you actually could still be very upset and hurt over what is happening between you and this other person. Some of you could not be ready to heal what is going on between you and this other person, or them to you. You could also, Scorpio, have other people telling you things about this connection, whatever it is for you, whether this is a lover, platonic, or a family member. You could have people kind of telling you negative things about this relationship that you hold very dear to your heart. Okay. I'm also getting the message that some of you don't quite know who you are without this relationship, and that's part of the issue. You need to develop your own passions and things that you feel called to do for yourself. Okay. Page of Pentacles. This does feel like with this Page of Pentacles, this is a time of learning how to not block. Okay, a couple of things here. Some of you are learning how to not block commitment. Some of you are learning how to there's so many messages coming through, bear with me. Some of you are learning both sides of this lesson. Some of you are learning how to not block commitment and allow things to unfold in an organic way. Some of you are learning how to have better boundaries in relationships where you feel like things are a little bit obscure or you're not understanding. Some of you are learning how to be a little bit more fortified in your boundaries. And communication is a big thing for both of the energies that are involved. Page of Wands coming out and the Judgment. There could be a change of pace sometime soon. Yeah, there could be something that occurs. So this is just kind of like a side message, so I'm trying to see where it fits. There could be a change of pace soon where someone has a change in perspective. Either you or this other energy, and the silence and stagnation between you and them could begin to soften or close. Okay, so what's the external influence for Scorpio? We have the 2 of Cups and the 4 of Cups. So Scorpio, it feels to me that you're not really happy without this other energy in your life, this soulmate. It feels to me like you're not really feeling, I mean, 4 of Cups is a perfect energy to describe how I felt this whole reading, is it just feels you don't feel satisfied. 4 of Cups is an energy of complacency and just, it doesn't feel good. And with the moon here and the 8 of Cups and the High Priestess and the 10 of Pentacles, it does feel like even though you're not happy without this other person and you don't quite know how things are going to unfold, you're still making the effort to get in touch with that deeper part of yourself. Learn how to surrender to the universe. Learn how to trust yourself first and foremost, but also the divine and other people in your life, perhaps a soulmate. 8 of Cups, especially if those of you, some of you suffer from like abandonment trauma, because I just saw the 8 of Cups there. Okay, what's going on with the hopes and fears for Scorpio? We have, all right, we have the we have 4 cards coming out with the hopes and fears. And this is kind of funny. So we have the Queen of Cups, the Fool, the 8 of Cups, and the Hermit, with 9 of Cups at the bottom of the deck, followed by the Strength card and the Empress. So the way I'm looking at this, Scorpio, is you kind of fear this unknown period of time. There is a strong pull to go within, to self-discover, to really focus your energy on what it is that that little voice or that little light inside of yourself is guiding you to. And there's this hope that in doing that, in moving through the challenge of that 8 of Cups journey, where you're leaving behind what doesn't work for you and moving towards what your soul is calling you towards, there is an opportunity for moving back into feelings of love that you're hoping for. I do feel like for a group of you, you're seeing the connection that if you love yourself and put energy towards yourself and go through this process or this journey, that you will receive that reward. Of love with another. Hangman in reverse. And the 7 of Wands. Some of you are still definitely in that fierce state of defending yourself. Some of you, again, it feels like could still be very upset about how things happened with this person. Okay, what is the most likely outcome for Scorpio? We have the 10 of Pentacles here and the 5 of Cups. 7 of Pentacles. So for a lot of you, this has been a very long-term investment that you've made with another person. It does feel like stability has opportunity to return. Tell me more about the likely outcome of the 10 of Pentacles, 7 of Swords, Page of Swords, likely outcome. 2 sevens coming up here, so repeating 7s could be a sign for you, Scorpio. So I'm feeling like there could be 2 outcomes, because at first when I was looking at this, I got the 10 of Pentacles with the Page of Cups and the Ace of Cups, and so that felt like there's an opportunity for feelings to start small and then develop into something a bit bigger, and for stability to return to this soulmate connection. It does feel, Scorpio, though, for a group of you that aren't ready for that, there is still this energy of distrust or confusion, and perhaps the silence remains. There is the 6 of Swords behind that, so it does show that you're moving away from this conflict. So for some of you, you could want to move away from this soulmate completely. Perhaps it's too much for you. And for others of you, there is an opportunity to rebuild something in a new way. There is also an energy here that I wanted to make note of for those of you that do want to rebuild the soulmate connection. In coming back together and offering love and supportive connection to this, it does need to be, you do need to speak to what it is that you individually went through with your feelings of distrust and confusion. And it feels like how do you change the cycle, or how do you end the cycle of what's played out between you now? How do you move through it differently? Okay, any last advice for Scorpio? And those fill out too prematurely. Any last advice for my Scorpio collective? We've got the Page of Wands and the Sun card. So the Page of Wands is all about inspiration and excitement. And with the Sun card beneath it, you could be dealing with a Leo, but it feels most to me, Scorpio, like your goal at this time, or your advice at this time, is to become inspired by what brings you joy, what brings you that Queen of Wands energy, feelings of passion and creativity and fire. There is an energy, Scorpio, of something being, again, back to that go to see energy. There's a lot under the surface with you, Scorpio, and it feels like there's a lot of untapped creativity and clarity, and you could be experiencing this time of silence or rest in order to connect with that, because it's going to lead you to the desired new cycle that you seek. Okay, Scorpio, so a bit of an interesting reading. I have to say it was a little bit difficult for me to navigate through this energy and tie it all together. So I empathize with what you're experiencing. It feels really difficult to navigate. So if this reading resonated with you, please like, comment, and follow me on this journey. And I'll see you next time. Bye, Scorpio.